Hey, what's up out there in internet land? This is Flat 5 Moran here. Today I want to make a post about, make a video I should say, about how musicians do not rule the music business anymore. You know, things have really changed a lot. I really wonder if musicians are as relevant in 2025 as they were, say, maybe 20 years ago, back in the 90s, back in the 80s, back in the 70s or the 60s. You know, you talk to older generations of musicians and they talk about certain musicians like Jimi Hendrix, Jeff Beck, John Bonham, Buddy Rich with a reverence. Back in the day, these musicians were heralded for their talents. They were celebrities. They were celebrity musicians, and they were heralded, and you saw them on television. But I don't know if today's generation really looks at musicians the same way. Even when I was growing up, I was in marching band. I was around people that were in band, and everybody listened to the Beatles. Everybody knew who all four members of the Beatles were. Everybody listened to Van Halen. A lot of people listened to Jimi Hendrix, and people knew who they were. And, I'd have discussions with people that I was in band with about who do you think's a great guitar player? Oh, Eric Clapton or Stevie Ray Vaughan. The people that I spent my time with in high school, knew who people were. And even people that weren't, in the band clique per se, listened to Van Halen, listened to Jimi Hendrix, and, the pop music around at the time was groups like Blink-182, Green Day. There were still kind of celebrity musicians. People would say, who do you think a great drummer is? And people would say Travis Barker. Travis Barker, everybody knew, was the drummer for Blink-182. John Mayer was around. And, it'd say, oh man, John Mayer is a great guitar player. So, ask yourself, if Jimi Hendrix came out today, or the Doors, or somebody, would they be as famous? Probably not. It seems like the great musicians around today are YouTube stars. So anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Please consider supporting me on Patreon. Please like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment. Anyway, peace out. See you soon. Bye-bye.